Hey everyone, welcome back to another video on the channel. So in this video, we'll be implementing a smart offline video caching app using Expo framework. So if you find this interesting, please do the like button and do subscribe for more such content. So let's get started. So essentially in this video, we are initially going to, display a list of videos and allow the users to download them with the help of a progress bar. And we're also going to, cache these videos locally for the offline playback such that they can see the videos without the help of the internet, and we're going to play them in a video player. So we're going to make use of some specific libraries like expo-file-system, expo video for implementing this. So let's initially get started. So the design is going to look pretty simple. We're going to have a text that is a title, and we're going to have basically two videos, and once you download that video, we're going to show the progressing as well. Once that is done, we should be able to play that video without the internet. Okay, it's going to be a simple kind of example that we're going to do for the caching of the videos using the Expo framework. So let's get started. So let's initially render the states that are required for the application, and also I'm going to get in two videos that is of the MP4 format. So here initially I'm going to say const states comma set, not states, your videos. So const videos comma set videos is going to be equals to use state. Initially it's going to have in your videos data. I'm going to pass in the videos data in just a bit. Apart from that, I'm going to say your const cast videos comma set cached videos is going to be equals to use state, and it's going to have in your key of type string. Okay, just like this. And we're also going to have your selected video URI if anything is selected. So here I'm going to say const selected video URI comma set selected video URI. So set selected video URI is going to be equals to use state of basically string or null. So let's remove this. Here I'm going to say string or null initially. All right, so one final state for if it all is playing or not. So I'm going to say const is playing comma set is playing is going to be equals to use state, and initially it's going to be set to false. All right, so this part is done. So let's actually try to get in the data over here. I'm going to paste in my video data over here. So one is from your big buck bunny.mp4. So once you press on this, automatically the video will start playing. The same thing goes with this one. That's going to be for bigger fun.mp4. So pass on the video data over here. That's going to contain the initial state. Okay, so as of now, let's try to get back to your return block, and I'm going to make use of my safe area view initially. So safe area view, import safe area view from React Native, and I'm also going to show the dependencies that I've installed in this particular application. Okay, so all the dependencies have already been installed. So this is essentially a Expo managed project, as you can see. And if I check out my package.json, these are the required dependencies that we're going to use. All right, so feel free to install all of these. Okay, that is expo-av, file system, status bar, video, native and for styling, but I don't think I'm following that as of now. And your React 19, that's automatically installed. Then React Native reanimated, install that, and React Native safe area context, as well as your React Native worklets. All right, so let's continue designing this up. So here I'm going to pass in the style. That's going to be equals to your styles dot container. Okay, here I'm going to first of all check the condition that if at all my selected video URI is present, in that case we're going to render a video view. So I'm going to say view over here, else we're going to show the data of the videos to be downloaded. Here I'm going to say within the view, video view It's going to be a self-enclosing tag, and below this we're going to have a button to play. Okay, so for that, one more view. This in turn is going to have button. So make sure to import button from your React Native as such, not this one. Okay, so this button in turn is going to have your title. So I'm going to say title. So here essentially we're going to write a conditional statement, that is, if at all your is playing is true, then it's going to say a pause, so question mark pause, else it's going to say play. So let's comment out this particular code for now, because this is only going to be done, or this is only going to be used once when the video is downloaded. So comment this out, and let's look into the design of the else block. Essentially we're going to show a flat list containing the videos. So I'm going to say flat list over here. Okay, so as of now let's render null, otherwise it would not show anything. Okay, so for the flat list I'm going to say data, that's going to be equals to your videos. Furthermore, your render item is going to essentially take in the item, so I'm going to say item over here, and here essentially I'm going to render a video component, so video item. To this let's pass in the item, that's going to be equals to item, then your cached videos, that's going to be equals to your cached videos. Okay, and on download is going to be equals to download video, so download video, we need to define all of these methods. Furthermore, on select, what exactly is going to happen, so I'm going to say on select over here. This in turn is going to take in your URI. Okay, here I'm going to say your player. Okay, so it's going to be essentially player dot replace of your URI. Okay, so as of now this statement is going to be valid once we implement this one. So as of now let's comment it out, it's not required. Okay, and let's pass in the key extractor. So here I'm going to say key extractor, not over there, over here. So key extractor is going to be equals to your item, that's going to be equals to item.id. Okay, and list header component, that is going to be equals to essentially a text over here. I'm going to say offline video app, so offline video app. Let's pass on the style over here. I'm going to say style is going to be equals to your styles dot your header. So I'm just going to paste in the code for the styles over here, that is for the container as well as a header. You can take a look at it. Alright, so this part is done. So we need to define two things. Import first of all flat list from React Native, and apart from that we need to define the download video method as well as the video item component. So let's render that over here at the top. So here I'm going to say const video item is going to be equals to, it's going to take in all of the props, item, your cached videos on download as well as your on select. Okay, so here you're going to pass in all of the types. I'm going to say item, it's going to have ID of string, title of string as well, URL of string, and download progress, that's going to be of number. Okay, so essentially the next one is going to be your cached videos. So I'm going to say cached videos. So here let's try to just return it just like this. Okay, and for the cached videos I'm going to say it's going to be of this format, that is key of your string of type string. Furthermore, your on download, this is going to take in your video of type ID, that's going to be of type string, over here, and then your URL as well, string. Yeah, they should come within this itself, URL string. Furthermore, this is gonna return just a void, and then on select, here it's gonna take in your video URI, right? So these are the types to define. So here initially, let's try to get in the progress. I'm going to say const progress is going to be equals to, I'm going to say use shared value of your item dot download progress, or it's going to be equals to 0. So here I'm going to say or 0, and let's try to create the animated style over here. I'm going to say const animated style is going to be equals to your use animated style. So these are the dependencies that are going to come from your React Native reanimated. So it's essentially going to be equals to a function, and over here we're going to render the width, that's going to be equals to dollar progress dot value multiplied by 100. Let's add in the percentage over here, and height is going to be 5. Furthermore, your BG color, that's going to be green to show the progress that's moving forward. I'm going to say 00 CC again 00. So I'm going to import all of the required dependencies from the React Native reanimated, just like this. Okay, so here let's try to have a use effect to set the progress. I'm going to say use effect So here I'm going to say use effect from React. It's already imported, which is good. Here I'm going to say your progress dot value is going to be equals to with timing, make use of that, and it's going to be equals to item dot download progress or 0. You need to pass in the duration over here, let's say 300, and this is going to be dependent upon your item dot download progress. Save. As you can see, we're able to see the text being shown as of now. So let's design the return block over here. So after this, we're going to return the design in the component. I'm going to say return a view. This view in turn is going to have one more view. Here I'm going to say a text containing the title of the video, item.title. Save. As you can see, sample video 1, sample video 2, that is looking good. Okay, here I am going to say if my cached videos of my item.id, if it's present, then over here I'm going to show the button, else some other different button which says downloading or download. Here pass in the button, the same thing over here as well. Over here button should come from React Native. Import that. Okay, it's already there, my bad. Yeah, so the button is going to take in essentially the title. Here it's going to be equals to play. Here it's going to be equals to title, a conditional statement. So if your item dot download progress is true, then it's going to be downloading, else it's going to say download. Okay, so this is gonna work in such a way that if at all that particular video is already cached, that is if at all it's already downloaded, then we need to show play button. Else if it is for the first time, it is gonna be download. Once they press on download, it is gonna be downloading. Okay, that's how this is gonna work. So here I'm gonna have your disabled, if at all not of item dot download progress, it's gonna be disabled. So let's pass on the color, essentially the same color itself that we used previously, the green color, this one. So format, so the color for this also is going to be the same thing. Pass this over here, and we're going to have on press, on select over here. On press is going to be equal to, yeah, let's add that later once we implement the download part. here let's add the download. I'm going to say on press. It's going to be equals to taking a function. We're going to say on download of your item. Let's try to save the file, and there you go. Just like that, this is looking good. So let's quickly add in the styles over here. So I'm going to say style is going to be equals to your styles dot video item. Here it's going to say video item row. So style is going to be equals to styles dot video item row. Class, I mean not class name, so style for this one. So video title, so styles dot video title. Yep, that's it. And if at all the progress is happening over here, I'm going to say item dot download progress. If it's true, then we're going to show some animation to the user showing that the video is actually getting downloaded. Here I'm going to say animated dot view. Style is going to be equals to your animated style. That is the one that we just defined above, basically this one. Okay, here essentially we're going to have the style. So I'm going to say styles dot your progress container. So I'm going to paste in the styles for all of the things. You can take a look at it just like this. Okay, starting off from your video item. So I'm just going to scroll down. Okay, that's it. So let's try to define the function that is, download video. Let's say over here, I'm going to say const download video is going to be equals to a async function. This in turn is going to take in the video of type id string URL string. Save the file, and there you go. This is the design. Is pretty simple and basic. Okay, so let's finish designing this part, that is the download video functionality. Let's have in a try catch block. So I'm going to say try and catch of error. So essentially over here I'm going to say console.log or console.error. It says download error with that particular error message. Format once, and over here within your try block we are actually going to say get in the file URI. I'm going to say const file URI is going to be equals to dollar your file system dot document. So document directory dollar your video.id.mp4. Okay, first of all let's try to import the required things. I'm also going to import all of the other things as well, that is async storage as well as the video view as well as use video player. As of now we are going to use this one, that is file system. So here it's going to be equals to file system.document directory, then dollar your video.id.your mp4. That's your file URI. Here I'm going to say const download a resumable is going to be equals to your file system dot create download resumable, and over here we're going to pass in your video.url and we're going to pass in your file URI. Okay, and furthermore we're going to track the download progress over here. Here I'm going to say your download progress, and here let's try to initialize the progress. I'm going to say const progress is going to be equals to essentially your download progress dot, it's going to be total bytes written, so total bytes written divided by download progress dot total bytes expected to write. Here I'm going to say set the videos to be of whatever is the previous, access that state, and here I'm going to say previous dot map for every video. Over here I'm going to say if my v.id is equals to the video.id from this particular path, then here I'm going to say question mark include the video, and then your downloading progress, set it to be of the progress, else it is just going to be the video itself. That's it. Let's format once. This part is done. So now let's try to initialize the result. So here I'm going to say, so const result is going to be equals to await your download resumable dot download async. We're going to make use of that method, and if your result dot URI is present, if this is true, then I'm going to say const file info is going to be equals to await file system dot get info async of your result dot URI. Okay, so here I'm going to check furthermore if my file info dot exists and your file info dot your size if it's greater than 0. Okay, here I'm going to say const cast URI is going to be equals to your result dot URI, the same thing, and here I'm going to say const updated cache is going to be equals to whatever is there already in the cached videos. So by default it's going to be empty, and we're also going to include the video.id, that's going to include the cached URI for that particular video. Okay, then furthermore I'm going to say set the cached videos to be of your updated cache. Okay, and over here I'm going to store it inside of async storage. I'm going to say await async storage dot set item of your cached videos. So cached videos, and it's going to be json dot stringify of your updated cache. That's how we set it. And finally I'm just going to set the videos to be of this one, so that the state is going to change over here. Okay, so alert dot alert, import alert from React Native as such. Here I'm going to say alert, and let's try to save the file. So yeah, this part is done. So now the next step is we need to load the cached videos from storage and then validate the files on the mount of the app.tsx. So essentially I'm going to say use effect. Okay, here it's going to be async method. Okay, here I'm going to check the saved cache. Const saved cache is going to be equals to await, I'm going to say async storage dot your get item of your cached videos. Okay, so if your saved cache is present, then in this case I'm going to say const parsed cache is going to be equals to your json dot apply the parse method of your saved cache as a record of this type. Okay, so here I'm going to first of all take in the valid cache. I'm going to say const valid cache is going to be equals to this type of key let's write that properly. So key of string okay, initially an empty object over here. So here we're going to make use of the for loop. I'm going to say for const your id comma your URI of your object dot entries of your parsed cache. Here I'm going to get in the file info. I'm going to say const file info is going to be equals to await your file system dot get info async. We are going to use this method of the URI. and if your file info.exists and your file info as any dot size is greater than 0, then in this case I'm going to say your valid cache of your id is going to be equals to your URI. And finally we're going to set the cached videos to be of the valid cache, and then we're going to store it inside of the async storage. That is just like this. So let's format once and then let's try to save. So currently, as you can see, it is showing play even though we have not downloaded it, because just before recording the video I just cleared off the screen and I'm recording it from scratch. So let's try to remove the item initially. I'm going to say remove item, save, reload the app. It should come as download again. Okay, now even if I do get, it should not show play because the data is removed. All right, so this part is working absolutely fine. So let's actually check if at all we're able to download the video or not. So let's press on download over here. I'm going to say download, and boom, just like that it's saying downloading, and there you go, we're able to see the progress as well. So once this is complete, we should be able to see the alert box and we should be able to see the play button over there. So let's look into that. Let's wait for some time. And boom, just like that it says download complete and sample video 1, that's the title, and we are automatically able to see the play button over here. Okay, so now the next step is once the user presses on play, we need to initialize that video player. So let's try to initialize the player at the top of the screen. Let's say over here, that is just below the states. I'm going to say const player is going to be equals to use video player of the selected video URI, and taking the player, and we're going to say player dot play. So let's come back to the return block and we're going to initialize a on press event. So here we're going to say on press, taking a function, and here we're going to say on select of your cached videos of your item not title. I mean item not id, not title. Yeah, so we need to define this function that is within the flat list. Yeah, at this position. So here let's uncomment it. So we're going to say player.replace of URI and set selected video URI of the URI for that particular video, and I'm going to say set is playing to be of true. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much it. And let's come back to the return block over here. So if your selected video URI is true, then we're going to show the video view over here. So let's write in the condition for that. Here we are going to say view. Within that I'm going to say video view. So here essentially we're going to have two buttons. One is if at all it's playing, show the pause or play condition, and we're going to have the back button as well. So let's add that over here. So here if it is playing, pause the player, and if it is paused, play the player again. So just say play.play. This is the color, and this is going to be the back button over here. So you can remove this for now, not required. Okay, so for the video view, we're going to pass in a bunch of options. That is your style. That's going to be equals to styles.your video player. Furthermore, your player itself, that is going to be player, and allows full screen true, allows picture in picture also true. You can just pass in the prop, automatically it would be set to true. On error, here I'm going to say handle playback error. So handle playback error. Okay, and here I'm going to say on playback status update, that is going to be equals to, going to take in the status, and here I'm going to say set is playing to be of status dot is playing. All right, we need to define both the things, video view as well as the handle playback error. Okay, so here essentially your video view is going to come from your expo video, and style we've already given for the video player. You can take a look at it once more. Okay, and yep, apart from that we need to define the handle playback error. So I'm going to say handle playback error, define this over here. So I'm going to say const handle playback error, is going to be equals to, it's going to take in the error, and here I'm going to say console.error, some playback error, and it's going to show the error over here. And I'm going to say alert error, and failed to play the video, please try again. Yeah, I think this message is enough as of now. And then set selected video URI to be of null. Yep, so essentially that's pretty much it. So if you have done everything correctly, we should be able to see the video being played. So first of all, let's check out the videos over here. I'm going to directly press on the links. It should take me to that particular link. So as you can see, this is the video. I'm just going to mute it as of now. So it's essentially a 9-minute video. So it took about, let's say, 2 minutes for me to download it, depending upon the network, obviously. So this is the first video. That is going to be this one. Okay, so this is the second video that is of 1 minute. All right, so let's close this. So let's try to, press on play. After everything is working fine, we should be able to see that first downloaded video onto the screen. So let's say play, and boom, just like that, we're able to see that video being played onto the screen, and we have all the control options as well. Okay, if you press on back, automatically come back to the previous screen where the cached videos are present. That is just for the first sample video. Okay, so again, you can play over here, you can pause, it is going to get paused, you can play. So you can basically pause and play from the screen as well, just like this, and you can pause over here as well. So back means it would take you back to the previous screen. So this is the full screen mode. This is connects to a TV, I guess, not exactly sure. And this is the volume button. Okay, so back, let's try to download the second video. Download, and boom, it's downloading. So this is pretty quick because the video length is less. There you go, download completed. So the first video was about 9 minutes, so it took around 2 minutes for me to download, depending upon my network, and this was around 1 minute, so it downloaded pretty quickly. So let's play this one, and there you go. So we're able to play this video as well. So this is what we thought of implementing initially, and we have finished implementing this. That is by caching all of the downloaded videos, and we can play all these videos in offline as well. Okay, so that was it about this particular video. So hope you learned about how to cache the videos by downloading it, and we can actually see the videos in your local device without the help of the internet. So if it's interesting, please do the like button. So let's see you next video, and then thank you for watching.